law firm of Davis and Davis. We're not a real law firm. Go ahead, grab a beer, a glass of wine, sit back and listen.
For cell phones going off during a podcast?
Hello, this is a free call from an inmate at the Pickaway Correctional Institution. To accept this free call, press 0. To refuse, this call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using GTL.
Hey, what's up? Hey, hang on a second. Hey, Burke.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pause for about a half hour.
Okay, I'll see you a little while.
You use it daily, at least 3 times. Especially me, who leaves 4 times a week. That's your social security number in here, I guess.
So are you still on the ramen noodle diet?
Yeah, pretty much.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
I've been buying cup of soups, and I get a turkey sub every day for lunch, but I usually come back and sell that for $4. But yeah, lots of noodles, lots of rice. I only go to the chow hall on holidays.
Okay. You still have the same bunk with like the camera above your bed, right?
Now see what?
I said you still have that same bunk with the camera above your bed, right?
Yeah, I'm in the same bunk.
Okay. That I'm writing all this down for my podcast, Mike. I'm trying to figure how many times have you had COVID now?
I've had it 4 times.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Okay, and your liver's at what, 60%, and they won't do anything about that?
No, they won't. They told me for 3 years I've had a bad liver, but the medicine's too expensive. And each year they take 5 vials of blood and call me back 6 months after that and tell me I have a bad liver. And if you're looking for shit on this pot, first time I had COVID, I went up to the infirmary, and the first day they had me in the waiting room for 10 hours and didn't do anything. Sent me back. The second day I was up there for 8 hours, and my temperature was 99.9, and they couldn't do anything until my temperature was 101, they told me. So they gave me 3 aspirin and sent me back. I then laid in bed for 3 weeks, not being able to, getting up for standing count in the morning, standing count at night. That's all you have to do. And I laid there for 3 weeks and wishing I was dead. And then it started to get better.
Jeez, Mike.
Yeah, we've had 67 people die here in the 3 years I've been here, 2 years I've been here.
That's insane. That's it. No, I think if there's anything that my listeners would ever want to hear about, it would be the
originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
It would be about the amount of people that get high in prison.
Oh my God. There's a shit called too. What it is roach poison. Sprayed.
Okay.
Sprayed on paper, and on a piece of paper, and then they smoked it. And they'll around in spasm like a dying roach. And then they'll puke all over the place, roll in it, and then they'll come back too, and they'll do it again. When they come and spray for bugs here, people will go to the bathroom with paper towels and wipe all that bug spray up and smoke it.
Jesus, Mike. That's so wrong.
A guy, a 61-year-old guy upstairs, was on the phone arguing with his mom and called her a bitch and a cunt and all that. They took him to the bathroom and shoved a fucking mop handle up his ass so far it killed him.
And this is an Ohio prison, right?
Yep, Pickaway. This is supposed to be a level 1 prison, but since the CRC is the receiving prison for all the prisoners in Ohio, is right across the street. When COVID hit, they sent all the murderers over here. Murderers, rapists, chomos, diaper snipers, sandbox assassins. They're all here. It is the biggest clusterfuck I've ever seen, Scott. And I've seen some clusterfucks. You can buy weed, heroin, meth, tune, of course. Tune's cheap. You can buy a half-inch by half-inch piece of paper for $5, and you could almost die 3 times on that.
Now, you told me about the fentanyl as well. The fentanyl's starting to get in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know which ones are on fentanyl. They're usually under their breath, hiding and moaning.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
The new thing is with the fentanyl, all these guys are ODing, and now some of them are doing it on purpose because they give them a wheeling walker and a bottom rack when they come back from the hole. Because they don't want them ODing off the top rack and falling and hurting themselves.
So instead of stopping the drugs from getting into the prison, you just make it easier for them to not get hurt? I love that.
Right. They'll take, when these people OD, they'll take them, and some of these COs will walk them to the fucking their bed and put them in bed.
This is insane, man.
They spent $479,000 on a full body scanner for us people that work outside the prison. It's been here for 4 months. Guess how many people they busted bringing shit in?
How many?
0. Not fucking 1. Because all the guards are bringing it in. And the guards, they're all black. This is a black prison. The warden's black. All her staff are black ladies who are now under investigation for letting a 55-year-old white man get beaten to death New Year's Eve. They got it on camera. People, black guys from a different dorm, coming in and beating him 3 different times in one day. And the last time they crushed his windpipe and he died. The warden tried to cover it up and say he OD'd. His family had an autopsy done and found out they crushed his windpipe. But all this is the USA Today, the Columbus Dispatch, and the Chillicothe Gazette all printed a story on this prison like a month ago. And all the things they have found that we've been under investigated for in the last 6 months.
That's insane, Mike.
It is. Hey, here's another one. I'm in a bay where there's 122 people. There's this black guy who should have been in a mental hospital. We were all asleep. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. There's a black guy named Chow, who's our third shift CO. Doesn't speak much English, as most of them don't. This guy wouldn't go to bed.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
They couldn't get this dancing guy, black dancing guy, to go to bed. He finally pulled his pants down and stuck his thumb up his ass in front of the CO. So the CO unloaded a whole can of bear spray in a bay that holds 122 people. And we're all asleep, and Scott thought I was dying. I woke up choking, snot coming out of my nose, eyes so watering I couldn't see. They kept us locked in this room with a whole can of bear spray for over 22 minutes. And all of us were choking. There's 2 windows that open 4 inches in this place. You had 122 motherfuckers fighting for those 2 inches. And finally, after 22 minutes, they let us out. It was 22 degrees, and we were all in our shorts and mostly no socks, still choking after 22 minutes. They finally let us outside for a half hour.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah, this place is a fucking hellhole. Yeah, there's more, but I'm sure you got enough ammo for one day.
well, I mean, hey, you only got about 6 months left, man.
About 8 months, but you're right. Yeah, it is what it is. This is the only place I know that when you leave, your first stop is rehab.
So let me ask you a quick question here.
Okay.
After all of this, do you think you would ever sell another drug again?
No, absolutely not. This place is hell, and I only needed about 6 months to figure that out, Scott. But yeah, I ruined my life. It's not hard to look back and figure it out. The ones that don't figure it out belong here. And 75% of those people are here. They're here for 3 squares in a room.
So you mean there's actually people that are getting into trouble to go back to jail?
Yeah, to stay here. Scott, you can kill a person in here and only get 8 years.
You remember when I was getting divorced, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my attorney said flat out at the hearing, you'd never touched the woman, you sped out of a parking lot, but if you would have hit her and killed her, I could have gotten you off.
Yeah. There's a guy that was next to me. Of course, he's went home now, but he shot and killed his uncle. And he got sentenced to 4 years, and only did 2 of them. They let him go. There's a weatherman named Michael Davis who was on Channel 6 News, our news. I watched this guy for fucking 15, 20 years. He got caught with 15,000 child porn photographs and videos. He used Channel 6 Wi-Fi to download all these. They gave him 29 years, but they ran him concurrent. He did 2.5 years, they let him go.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility.
And how long is he in for drugs?
How long did you get?
I got 4 years mandatory. I had 2 F1s, had one F1 out, and used the other one. But my time was mandatory. I can't file for judicial or get good days or get dumb days for taking classes and all that. My time's mandatory because the 2 F1s.
Well, things out here in the real world are just as crazy right now. Some guy in California ran over a lady and her baby in a stroller, trying to kill her, and he got 12 months probation. And here you were, well, I mean, that was 396 grams?
97.
396. I won't short you out, Mike. 397 grams of meth is something to be proud of.
It was all one piece. So I dropped it on the floor at the gas station.
Anyways, hey, are you? Can you call me tomorrow?
Yeah, I can call you tomorrow.
All right.